give a short video to show what it's like to put together an Arduino. I'm using two Arduino Unos with RF 433 megahertz transmitter and receivers with little antennas and showing how that works. And so this is something online that walks through how this would work. And so this is a PDF that I have that will walk through some of the details. The RF 433 megahertz transmitter receiver are something that you can get on Amazon. Those are things that I got. I'll show you that on a breadboard. It uses the radio head library. And in case you're not that familiar with programming a Arduino, this is using the Arduino Uno of how you would be hooking together the transmitter to the Arduino Uno. What it doesn't show is that there needs to be an antenna, and there's a little thing here in the corner that you need to make sure that you put in an antenna. So that's the transmitter. I use the transmitter sketch and the receiver sketch pretty much as written. I've added a little bit of extra code, and I'll show that to you in just a minute. The receiver circuit is very similar, except once again, it doesn't show the antenna, and I'll try and show you a picture of what that looks like as well. Once again, the receiver sketch is pretty much exactly the same as what they have listed here. So that's a little bit of an introduction. What I'm trying to show with my display is I actually have two Arduinos, as you can see down here in this video in the corner, and I'm shining a flashlight over here to make it a little bit brighter when I'm trying to point things out. And so the first one here, this is the transmitter, and so you can see that there's a little transmitter module which I showed you the picture, and out in front it's a little bit hard to see, but there's an antenna that I have that is hooked up to it. This is one Arduino Uno, and then on the other side I have another Arduino Uno. This is the receiver, and so I have once again an antenna, the same circular antenna going to that Arduino. And so what I have here is on the left part of my screen, this is my local machine, and here using a remote desktop I'm actually hooked up to the other one. And so with the I'm able to look at the serial port monitor. I have these two things going here. And so let me just quickly run through what I have in terms of the scripts. They're pretty much exactly what I showed you, but when you install the radio head, it puts in a lot of include statements with this version of the Arduino IDE. And the main text of the whole script is fairly much the same. Instead of just using the hello world, which was the default, I actually put in two lines of code. First is the getting a little bit idea that this is an engineering and computer science course, working with CubeSats. That's the first line, and then the second line is the RF Comm test. And then when it successfully sends that message, there's a message sent that is sent to the local serial monitor, and so that I get way I have a confirmation that the message was sent. So that's on the receive side. On the transmit side, it has a similar script here that has it's actually verbatim of what I showed before. You can see that it's constantly receiving these two lines of messages. And so you can see, once again, this is the picture of the breadboard where I have the transmitter and the receiver. That's a quick overview. There's a few more details that I might bring up. The Arduino Uno for Windows 10, you have to make sure that the driver is downloaded. And so that was a manual process that I had to do. What I have on here on the left is actually a Mac. And there's actually a special website that you had to download the that what was a compatible driver for Windows, and that took a little bit of work to find it and make work. For this overview video, I'm not going to go into that in too much detail, but I think I'll leave that for a quick summary now. Thank you very much.